Hello guys, it's Shrimp Time here, and today we are going to talk a bit about one of the most common things that I do on my breeding facility. We are going to talk about culling shrimps, about taking out shrimps to separate tanks, and we are going to do that on an example of my mixed genetics boa tank. This tank is made for getting good genetics for my selective breeding boa. We got a lot of galaxy and boa shrimps here that got different genetics and got different potential in getting the metallic pattern, in getting the blue pattern, the yellow pattern or gold pattern, or even mixed one. And this is very small tank because it's only about 8 or 9 gallons or 25 liters. So this is a small tank with quite big undergravel filtration with ceramics and with some soil. And this tank is mainly it's mainly for breeding and for taking out the shrimps to different tanks where I focus on different patterns and different colors. But another important task of this tank is keeping high diversity of galaxy and boa genetics. But I will talk why it's important in the further part of video. Every now and then, like 2 or 3 months, I try to take out from this tank as many low-grade boas and as many galaxy shrimps that I can. And I do that in 2 reasons. The first reason, I need to keep quite nice genetics for boa because this is especially boa breeding tank. The second reason is so that I will be sure that this tank isn't overcrowded, because if you got a lot of shrimps in a tank, you will need more and more food for that shrimp so that they will develop in enough time. They will eat more biofilm from the tank, and the tank won't be able to reboot that biofilm because of the amount of shrimps striping off that biofilm from the tank. So in order to keep this tank going and running, and having in mind the fact that we got very small tank, even though it's got a huge powerful filtration and the NO3 levels are really low, I need to take some of those shrimps out so that we won't get any issues or any problems in this tank. You need to remember that in my philosophy of keeping shrimps, I try to do small and rare water changes. And the reason is so that I won't make a big fluctuation of water parameters for the shrimps. So if we are keeping those low water changes, we are keeping the tank on the edge. You know, we are trying to get the best parameters, but every mistake can be a problem. And getting a higher amount of shrimps in the tank may get us closer to go through that edge and have some issues in the tank and need to make a restart. So lowering the population of the shrimps helps to keep up the good tank maintenance. Now you will see some of the shrimps that I took from this tank. You can see that there are quite lot of young shrimps in the tank, and we need to cull something. And we got like, I don't know, it's 30 shrimps. I'm not sure. Maybe you can try to count the amount of shrimps and write in the comment what amount of shrimps we get here. It's not so high amount because some of the shrimps will go out from this tank during the selling by my shop, and some of them will be put to different tanks with special strains of boa shrimps during the whole tank life. This is the lowest quality of the shrimps that will breed from this tank. As you can see, the main factor which determine the culling out those shrimps is not full backline pattern. If we got any problems in backline pattern, I will try to cool out those shrimps from the tank unless the shrimp will show the metallic pattern. If the shrimp will show or the metallic coloration, if the shrimp will show metallic coloration but doesn't have a full back pattern, I will try to leave the shrimp in the tank unless it's very low grade with low spots, very poor back pattern, and very low appearance of the metallic. You need to remember another thing as well, is that I will take some of the shrimps even with full backline pattern and thick back if it doesn't have a nice head spots. If it doesn't have a nice head spot, I will grade the shrimp as a galaxy, and in my opinion, I don't want to breed that shrimp in the main boa mixed tank. So let's call it this way. And the reason is because I need to have a balance between the head spots, the tail spots, the back pattern, even though I try to keep those shrimps to get nice genetics pool. Here you can see my Reste Galaxy and Boa tank. This tank is designed to keep those boa I will take out from my main boa tanks, and after they will grow, after they will show all the coloration, sometimes I will decide to put those shrimps back to the line that will match the coloration, so that I will get some more genetics in the tank. Because as I promised, there is a bit problem in inbreed between the shrimps. If you will breed selectively a lot of shrimps, if you will try to get those really hard selective breeding during the whole process of your shrimps, you may occur some genetics problems. And if you want to go away with this problem, if you want to have a solution, the best way is to keep some shrimps with very wide genetic range. And those shrimps that will be quite near with the appearance, with the phenotype to all your shrimps you got in separate tanks, can help you with that problem. Sometimes I will change the male in the pack, picking up a male from this tank, so that I will get a richer genetics in my tank. And thanks to this type of actions, I will have a very low amount of genetics problem. I must say that in my whole galaxy history, because all my boas are bred from selective breeding galaxies, I got one short carapace. Just one short carapace that I had to cull out from my tank. And this was the only one shrimp with genetic problem. So as you can see, taking this path, trying to breed shrimps in this way can avoid all those problems. Of course, switching the males in the tank can have some negative effect on the selective breeding, because adding more genes to the gene pool will put you one step back you know, during the selection. But if you have a very wide range of males, a very wide range of shrimps, you will be able to avoid that problems, because you can get the best matching look of the male from the pack. In the tank you have your separate males and separate genetic pool. So there's a bit of balance between selective breeding and keeping good, healthy bloodline of your shrimps. But if you will get that balance, if you will be able to keep that balance, you will get no problems in selective breeding, and you will get no genetics problems among your shrimps, and you will be very happy in shrimp keeping. So guys, I think this is quite important topic in shrimp keeping. If you got any question about those selective breeding boas, about getting boas from the scratch, from Galaxy, by selective breeding to boa, please feel free to ask the questions. And I would like to thank you a lot, because this YouTube channel is growing very, very fastly. Even though it doesn't have a lot of videos, even though I don't put 10 videos each month, you are subscribing, you are watching those videos, you are leaving a thumbs up. So I know we will grow this channel very nicely. Now I'm working on trying to develop my breeding facility, because I got a room, a special place where it will be 100% for shrimp breeding. And if everything will go all right, I will show you the process of starting this breeding facility, of planning, making some calculation with the costs, explaining some of the decisions that I will make, so that you will be able to see how I can develop. Thanks to you guys, thanks to you all that support me also on Patreon, or by buying on the shop, or by getting my shrimps, or by just leaving thumbs up and comments on the channel. It's really great thing, because each view under each video give me more and more power to develop, and maybe I will be able to show the whole world that my shrimps are very nice, and to show some of my products that I make, and share all the knowledge I know, so that everybody can happily breed shrimps. Okay, thank you guys for your time. If you like it, leave a thumb up, and see you in the next video. Keep on shrimping.